Hello and welcome back to Nick's Hobbies and Interests. This in particular is a return to the Monday modelling playlist I had going of Mind the Gap, where I talk about my interest in trains, show off my model railway. Right now, with it being cold out, I'm not down the cabin doing any work, so I thought, right, a return to this, I will instead put my purchases and everything I've got train related in the light box one at a time, once a week, and just show you what I've got and tell you why I got it or when I got it or any backstory I have about it. We're going to start with the digital freight set in front of you. I've put this in today because this was my first entry into the world of DCC, digital instead of analog. It is the route I'm going to go down. I will have this eventually back on the model, or when I get round to it. Let's call it a train set for now because it's nothing more than a train set. We will of course open this up and I will show you everything it comes with. We will get the loco itself and maybe a couple of the rolling stock. We will get it on the display base and circling around, etc. But yeah, I don't want to make this a long intro, so let's get down to it, shall we? We will take a closer look at what you get in case you are interested. I will definitely agree with that. It is standard DCC, easy to use. It's a very good startup set, if I'm honest. You get 9 entries and I think a 10 if you want an analog train going around. I will punch in there quickly so you can see what it comes with. So your class 25 diesel, of course, 5 wagons, etc. So yeah, like I say, it's a good entry level. I had this, I'm going to say 10 years ago. I think it was about 10 years ago. It was my first digital entry. So yeah, right, moving on. Let's actually get the box in here with all the goodies. We'll start with the controller. Let's just get that out and in front of you. Crikey, look how filthy all that is. You can see where it's been in the attic or down the cabin at some point. But anyway, the controller. Do excuse mine, of course it is old and been used and worn about. Like I say, 1 to 9, and I think you have got an additional one there. So yeah, analog is number 10. So yeah, very simple, easy to use, etc. But yeah, good start, good entry level, let's put it that way. I won't go into much more about it. Yeah, your plug, etc, etc. Let's take the loco out, shall we, and then do the rolling stock after. Mine has had a little damage, I believe. One of the buffers I think is missing. Yeah, there. Fixable, sure, but I just haven't got round to it. You can call me lazy if you wish, but yeah, it's been very reliable. It's still working to this day. It's only boxed up because obviously my model railway isn't developed enough to warrant having the trains going round. But I have got some news which may change all of that. I'll tell you about that now as I get the rolling stock out and on in front of you. I may be moving, which if that does materialise, it will mean my cabin and all of its contents will be coming with me. Well, maybe not the cabin, but the contents. So I'm a bit unsure what to do with the model railway, the train set. Where I'm moving to, I'm looking at a flat at the moment. It does have an attic, I believe. If it has an attic and it's obviously somewhat decent and a good size, I may, of course, put my model railway up in the attic. It will not be, and well, it depends on the size. It will probably not be the same setup. It won't be the Welsh line from Aberystwyth to Cardiff kind of thing that I've got going down the cabin. It'll be still Welsh themed. I'll still keep the theme, but just change up the layout. Maybe still have Cardiff station. Like I say, it depends on the attic. And I'm single going into a 2-bedroom flat, so you know, the 2-bedroom flat, there is a secondary bedroom which doesn't have to be for guests at all. It can be my playroom. My consoles can go in there, my YouTube equipment can go in there, and my model railway. This light box, however, can also go in there because this could actually go underneath the baseboard. It might appear like it's a good sized light box, and it really is, but it can go under a counter and still be used. So I will, of course, I will see. Like I say, it's later on in the year at the moment. The current tenants are still there, but if it all goes according to plan, yeah, I may be moving. Could be for the best, it could be for the worst. Who knows? But yes, my hobby and interest in trains will continue. It just might mean downsizing a little bit. Not on the scale as such, it will stay as 00. It will just be a matter of the board size, track length, etc. Before we move on, I know the track is down in the cabin, so I'm just going to bring this back up. You do get your one left-handed point, don't you? You get a left-handed point, a couple of straight pieces, 1, 2 and 3, and then your curves there. So yeah, and you've got your little siding if you do want it. It's very easy to expand your track, so even if you are wanting to build a train set, yeah, this is still a good starter. You can always buy, I think it is Hornby that do track starter packs where they just give you an expansion pack with a point and normally some extra track. So yeah, right, we'll get this out and on display in the light box. Now I actually put the train on the track and then lift them both onto the turntable. I mention this because once again there's a derailment. If you can notice, there's one wheel that's slipped over the edge of the rail there. But it's just minor, isn't it? This is only more of a show and tell, a quick review. But yeah, and the track isn't going anywhere, is it? It's not powered. But yeah, it's a mistake I keep making. So in the future, I'm going to have to try and focus on making sure all the wheels are aligned and on the track. Now, talking about this loco in particular, the Class 25, I am tempted, as it's one of my older locos and it has sustained a little bit of damage that can be fixed, I am tempted to try weathering at one point, sometime. It will probably be way later once I've actually got a model going, but it is there, add some weathering to some kind. I'm willing to dabble in that category. I'm going to pick some of my older models, the cheaper maybe of the lot, but yeah, this is one that's on my list. And whilst we're here flicking through these photographs, let me know what you think, because I've gone from recording the footage with my GoPro and then taking the photographs on my laptop. For an example, take these two photographs. The first one, my focus is on the front of the train. The second, the focus is on the rear of the train. Right now for me it's all trial and error. I am just trying new things out, trying old techniques, switching between camera types. So yeah. Anyway, if you got this far, thank you for watching. Everyone's telling me to encourage my audience to like, share, subscribe, ring the bell, fire away any thoughts in the comment section, of course. Know that more train content will come next Monday, so stay tuned. Thank you and take care.